Okay, we're going to show you how to use sharps and flats to change one kind of chord quality, major, minor, or diminished, into another kind of chord quality. So if I have three triads spelled out here, a B triad, B, D, F, and an E triad, E, G, B, and an F triad, F, A, C, they're proportionally set out so you can see that there's three boxes, we'll call them half steps, between the root and the third, and three boxes or half steps between the D and the F, and we call 3 plus 3 chords diminished. Minor has 3 between the root and the third, like this. It's the same, but then it has 4 between the third and the fifth half steps or boxes. So you can see that they start off kind of the same distance, but the top note's a little higher. And the major triad has 4 to begin with here, but then only 3. So at the very top, it's the same distance up as the minor triad, but the middle note is higher. The third note is higher right there, right? So we have these two symbols, sharps and flats. Sharps look like a pound sign, flats look like a little stylized B. Sharps raise a note a half step or box. Flats lower them, okay? So if we wanted to change this chord, E, G, B, which is currently 3 plus 4 and is minor, into a diminished chord, we would have to make these measurements the same. And the way we do that is we would lower this to there. See how they'd be the same? And this would no longer be 4, it would be 3, and it would no longer be minor, it would be diminished. And the way we do that is we add a flat to it. The flat lowers it a half step. So if we had EGB, that would be 3 plus 4, and it would be minor. Add the flat, it comes down. It's the same as that one there, and becomes diminished, EGB flat. Okay? If I had a major triad like F, and I wanted it to be minor, let me rewrite these on here for you again. So it didn't want to be 4 plus 3, it wanted to be 3 plus 4. Then we would look and say, well, if we bring this note down, then this will become smaller and that one will become bigger. It will accomplish both things. So we add a flat to here, it drags it down to there, and now this becomes 4, and that becomes 3, and now F, A flat, C is F minor. Okay? If you want to go in the other direction, you add sharps. Say I wanted this B chord, which is 3 plus 3 diminished, to be minor. Well, this is fine right here, but I need to raise this F up, so it'd be the same. Instead of a flat, I add a sharp. Sharps raise it, in this case a box, but a half step. And now they are the same, so it's no longer diminished. It would be minor, okay? If I wanted to get B all the way over to make it not minor but major, then I just have to make it happen twice. So I put a sharp on here, that raises that note to there. Now this is B, D, F sharp. It's the same as the minor chords, B minor. And so now I would take a sharp and put it on the D, which would raise that one up and make it the same as the A. B, D sharp, F sharp. If we were to count that on the keyboard, and we will in just a minute, you'll find that that's 4 half steps and 3 half steps, which is major. So that's what we do. Now you have a diagram called Diminished Island. It shows this in a graphic sort of story form. You need to practice that and memorize to go from Diminished Island to Minorland, that you have to raise that or sharp the fifth of the note. Or if you want to go from minor to major, Minorsville to Majorland, I think it is, then you take the third and you raise it or sharp it up. And there's diagrams with all that kind of stuff. Plus, you'll have to do a memory quiz on that eventually, so it's good to know. Let's take a look at that on the keyboard, just so you can see the same thing. So if I have a D, F, and an A right here, like that, I'll write it here for you as well. there's my D, there's my F, and there's my A. We've counted this. This is my root, this is my third, this is my fifth. We've counted it that this is 3 plus 4 half steps, right? 3 plus 4, like that. And that makes it minor because minors are 3 plus 4. So to change this, what we do is we get a sharp and we put it on the F, and it will end up being on this key, the black key right there. It will go up 1 key. And funny thing about when we write sharps and flats, if it's in the notation, you put it before the note because you want to know that it's sharp or flat before you play the note. But when you write it out in prose, you just write it the way you'd say it, F sharp, right? Sharp F when we see it that way, okay? If we wanted to make, let's try a different chord. Let's try a C chord, okay? C, E, and G. C chords are 4 plus 3, okay? That's 4 from there to there, and 3 from there to there. If we wanted to make this minor, then what we would do is we'd have to make this 3 and this 4, so we'd want to move this down. So we grab ourselves a flat note, or flat, stick it right there, which pushes it down 1 key to the black key right there. We put the flat in front of the note right there. This is now 3 plus 4. 1, 2, 3. And from here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Flats, lower notes, 1 key, 1 half step, 1 fret. Sharps raise them.